By the time I had finished the Quran, all the arguments I had against the existence of God, all the premises I had built against His existence, one by one, I saw them falling apart. So by the time I finished the Quran, I had no more argument against the existence of God. But not having an argument against God is not the same as having a reason to believe in Him. Once my daughter Jamila asked me, "Daddy, I understood," we could go on walk after walk after walk, and we discussed these things. I understood how you found in the Quran answers to all your objections to the existence of God. But what made you believe in God? Yeah, she's a very bright girl. Because she understood not having an argument against is not the same as having a reason to believe. And I told her, "Honey, it's hard for me to explain, but as I was reading, as best as I understand it, as I was reading through the Quran, and one by one, the sort of fortress of the wall I had built between myself and the belief in the existence of God, as that wall began to crumble one by one, piece by piece, as those arguments faded away, I began to have slight doubts about my atheism. And the more I began to doubt my atheism, the more the power of the Quran began to affect me. And the Quran is written in a very interesting style. In the beginning, it's quite technical. It goes into a lot of specifics, laws and rules and regulations. By the middle, it takes you into stories, beautiful stories, powerful allegories. Towards the end, the emotions of the Quran picks up and it reaches a crescendo and brings it all to this beautiful, powerful bursts of spirituality and eschatology, and it all comes together in brilliant, pounding images. And by the time I was getting towards the end of the Quran and my atheism began to fade away, I began having these powerful spiritual moments when I felt I was in the presence of this tremendous divine embrace. I remember reading the surah, وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذْ سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ. When I got to the end of that surah, I cried like a baby for 20 minutes. I didn't even believe in God. And it brought me to tears. And I would try to deny these experiences as I was having them. I would try to step on them. They just kept coming. And it was whittling away at my atheism. So by the time I was finished with the Quran, I had severe doubts about the non-existence of God.